and 5. What's up, everyone? We are live, and I'm going to play my intro right now. I don't think I was supposed to tell you guys that, but here it
No,
goes.
it's okay. They
Oh, wait, go ahead. I cut you off.
Oh no, please. You can play the intro. It's all good.
All right, hold on a second.
I like
Not to
it.
be mentioned, not to be, you know, Troy King, not Troy Smith.
Hey, I'll be Troy Smith for today. Troy Smith from Miami.
Yes, Troy Smith. This is actually Troy King, ladies and gentlemen. Troy Smith is his evil twin. We'll just say that, or
There we
maybe it's
go. My
better
evil
twin. I don't
twin,
know.
Troy Smith.
Uh, anyways, welcome everyone to the Bougie Sports Podcast. I am your host, Yvette. As always, thank you so much for watching. I still can't believe that a couple of you are watching. And those that you are, if you would please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love that at Bougie Sports. Also check out my website. I've been working on it, bougiesports.com. You can find all my podcast and the squad podcast, which was on last night, which was an awesome show. If you guys missed it, so you can check that out. But today is fantasy football day, Miami day. As you can see, we are dressed for the occasion.
I had to look. If Miami Day, I had to dress up. When I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, I gotta, make get a little fancy.
I was hoping you would. You know what? I knew you would. That's why I had
I
to
had to.
like.
I couldn't come on and disappoint the fans of Bougie Sports.
Of course not. You have to keep it bougie here.
I'm trying. I'm new. I'm not a bougie person, but I'm doing my best for the show today.
Speaking of bougie, you might be. Do you live in Miami?
So
Or
I was born in Miami. So I was born in Miami, raised like 45 minutes away. Huge Miami Dolphin fan. I actually currently live in Orlando, Florida.
yes. All right. Well, that's what 3 hours away.
Yeah, it's about three and a half hours away. But I'm a Florida boy, born and raised though.
Yeah. The one thing I think is kind of weird about Florida boys and Florida sports in general when it comes to football is that you get to go like the whole entire season and not have to go through like the brutal cold weather.
Oh yeah. Nope. I mean, one of the reasons I love Florida, I mean, it would be nice to have seasons here and there, but it's also nice not having to shovel out snow here and there. So, I mean, I love it. Again, born and raised. It gets a little hot. I say the humidity sometimes it's brutal. Sometimes it's too hot to be outside. But overall, I mean, I love being from Florida. I love, I just love it being here.
Yeah, I bet. Um, but that's why us people from Ohio always want to go down to Florida because it's
Ohio, man. I was up there, obviously we hung out recently at
Mhm.
the expo. And Ohio is there, at least where we were, there wasn't much to do. I gotta check out other spots like Cleveland, Ohio, or Cincinnati. I
Yeah.
gotta go to some of those spots because where we were, there wasn't that much to do though.
Right. We were in Canton, Ohio. I think it was a week after the Hall of Fame game, actually
Yep.
in Canton, Ohio, right before for the Fantasy Football Expo, which is so much fun. I had such a fun time. That was my first time ever attending that, and what a great like networking event that is.
Oh no, it was my third year going. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend anyone, even if you're not super into fantasy football, I think it's an awesome opportunity. If you're into just football or sports in general, I think it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to get to know people, network. I loved it. That's why I keep going back. But no, I love it every single year.
How long have you been in content creating?
Oh, sure. So I've been doing this since 2020. So basically, the pandemic is how I got introduced to content creating. I even know. So I had a Twitter for a while, but I never really used it. In the pandemic, we couldn't go outside, so I was like, hey, let me just hop on Twitter. And then I
Mhm.
realized like I played fantasy football for a little while, but I didn't know there was like this whole sub community. I thought it was just like Yahoo and ESPN. And then I realized like, oh, there's other people that were like really into fantasy football. But let me dive into it a little bit more. And then through like being and it was again to the Scott Fish Bowl, I was able to just talk to people online, network. And then first I was just a fan, and then I was able to get opportunities to write and be on podcasts, have my own podcast, and then things just kind of snowballed, and here I am today.
Yeah. Speaking of podcasts, are you doing a spaces now on Tuesday nights?
Yeah. So so for Sportstopia, me and my friend Laquan Jones, aka
Mhm.
Real Deal Fantasy. So
Yes.
we do host spaces a lot during the week. So Tuesday nights from 7, basically all of them start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Tuesdays we have a waiver wire show. Thursdays we do a kickoff for Thursday night football. We also do Monday night as well, kickoff before the football game. So all of them 7 p.m. Eastern. It's on X Spaces. So all you gotta do is just go on Twitter, join the spaces, and if you want to participate, you have the ability to participate. But they're always a good time. We always have fun. So definitely highly recommend you guys checking it out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Especially in a week like this where we had a lot of injuries. You need that waiver wire help. What do you
I was
think
I'm, I'm
this year?
depressed, Yvette. I'm
Yeah,
I'm, I'm
I
I'm
know.
depressed.
I know. Let's look. You're talking to a Browns fan. We lost Nick Chubb. Oh, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we've had time to get over that. I was very sad, but it's been a long time since then.
This is true. You're this just happened. I think they just placed him on IR officially today, correct? We're talking about, of course, A Chain. Is it A Chain or A Chain?
So
Because I
it's
hear
A Chan. So
A
I
Chain.
was always calling him A Chain, but then like he
Yeah.
came out, was like, my name is A Chan, so it's A Chan.
Okay. So Devin A Chan, maybe faster than Tyreek Hill. I don't know. One of the fastest they said in the NFL, and doing quite
He
well.
may be faster than him. And even though like Tyreek Hill, I think got a top speed of like 22 miles per hour in the game against the Giants, he got caught from
Mhm.
behind. Devin Achan, like he was able to house it to the end zone. So I would love to just see a race, but from looking at it, it looks like Achan's faster. But I mean, it's hard to
Mhm.
say that against the Tyreek Hill's like the fastest athlete I've seen on the football field, but they're probably neck and neck. But I love both of them. That the fact they're on my team, like I'm spoiled with both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we talk about bad things, I want to talk about a couple good things that happened. Well, I mean, let me just talk about myself because I got to put Cooper Cup back into my lineup this week, and he did pretty good. Let me see. I don't know, but 'cause I have to write down
Yeah,
things.
he got targeted like he never left. He was incredible as always.
Which I was a little bit worried because with Puka of how if he was going to get enough touches, and how they were going to share that, but looked like he was back to regular fashion there.
He was, and the fact that there's really just Cooper Cup and Puka getting the targets, which I love because as someone who has Puka in a lot of leagues now, I was worried that he was going to get completely phased out. But Matthew Stafford did a very good job distributing to both of them. Like they're both getting a healthy target share. Puka scored a touchdown, so going forward, I'm confidently starting both of them.
Yeah, and then even is it Tudu? He
Oh,
got some
Tutu
touches too.
Atwell, yeah,
Tutu
Tutu
Atwell.
Atwell. I think he scored too. Yeah, he scored too. I think
Oh
he's going
right,
to be the odd man out in terms of volume, but he's really fast and he doesn't need a lot of targets in order to be able to produce you fantasy points.
right. Let's dig into the bad news here, but a little bit of those injuries. Starting with Travis Kelsey. I don't know what the exact news is. But what advice would you give to fantasy or owners coming up on the short week with Travis Kelsey playing Thursday night? Are you
Sure.
still
So I think he practiced today. I think he's practicing today. So I'd say if he's active, you're playing him. There's absolutely don't pivot. Anyone who has Travis Kelsey knows how he's produced. Even last game, the fact that he came back even from suffering from that injury, like it was incredible. And going against the Broncos, I have a feeling that, and with the wide receiver core for the Chiefs is just unreliable. And you know that if Kelsey's playing, he's going to get targets. Hopefully, he's not on a snap count, but even if he is, you know when he's in the game, he's going to be getting the football. So if he's active, play him.
Yeah. You mentioned the wide receiver core in Kansas City, and I think even at this point, we're like quarter way into the season, there hasn't been like that one person that's just stuck out, you know? So, what do you think? Is it just Travis Kelsey and that team? Like, are you?
So I also like the rookie Rasheed Rice. He's been somebody who's not been able to, he's not been running a lot of routes, but he, every time he does run a route, he seems to be getting the football. So he's, I think, in terms of someone I'm excited about outside of Travis Kelsey, I think Rasheed Rice has the potential to continue to emerge in that offense. Sky Moore is, should have been the wide receiver one, whatever reason he hasn't emerged yet. Kadarius Toney as well. We thought like after the season he had last year, he'd be more involved. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's dealing with the injury, but he's also been very disappointing. So to me, if I had to pick one, Justin Watson, he sometimes scores like randomly or catches the ball downfield. But in terms of confidence, I'm only confident in Travis Kelsey, but Rasheed Rice is somebody I think that could emerge as someone we can might be able to play as a flex going forward.
Yeah, I have him in a few leagues, and I also have Kadarius Toney in a few leagues. So I don't know. I
Unfortunately.
just want somebody to blow up. Somebody, some good things, something good needs to happen. I know we have some really huge injuries, but I hate to put like, you know, give more emphasis on some other than others because they're all bad. But
Look,
I
they're all
mean,
bad and all sad. I agree.
they're all bad and they're all sad. But I mean, can it be more sadder than Justin Jefferson, your number one pick? I mean,
Man, well, again, it's more like a therapy session in the pod because that was really depressing. And I have Justin Jefferson in so many leagues, and and for me, it's just like the no one's gonna get his volume. Like he's irreplaceable, right? Like you can go to the waiver wire, you can try to find guys that try to
yeah,
somewhat match maybe half of his targets and yards, but it's just a huge blow, like especially if you got him, you picked him first overall in redraft. So it's definitely depressing. Hopefully you have enough depth to get by, and hopefully he's back after the 4 weeks of IR, and hopefully the team basically stays afloat. That's all I can tell you. I would say make trades, play the waiver wire game, and try to make sure your team stays afloat until Justin Jefferson hopefully comes back after IR. And then again, you guys will be good to go. I mean, it will be good to go once he's healthy, and hopefully you have a shot at the playoffs still.
yeah. So if your team is like pretty good and you have Justin Jefferson, is this worth like trying to deal him or like in a trade, like,
I would say that
or
I'm
is it
only
better to try to
trading
get
Justin
him?
Jefferson if you're getting a haul, right? Like don't sell low on him because there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna try to buy low because he's injured. Here's the thing:
Yeah,
if you're someone who, I mean, everyone who should be trying to buy him, like don't get me wrong, people definitely should be trying to buy him. If I have Justin Jefferson and I'm a solid team, I'm probably not moving him. If I'm struggling, if I'm like 2 and 3 or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna trade him for a haul so I can get depth. I can get pieces to help me now. While that team could have Justin Jefferson, if I could get pieces that are going to contribute to me week to week, get me points, and I can get back in that playoff conversation.
yeah. Like, where are you looking for now for production in that offense without Justin Jefferson?
Oh, I would say, I mean, KJ Osborne is going to be the hot name off the waiver wire. I feel like he's someone that's been involved even with Justin Jefferson on the field. In the deeper leagues, Brandon, I think his name Brandon Powell, he was getting some targets, but it's really going to be Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison should
Mm,
slide into that wide receiver one role, but I think it's going to be Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and KJ Osborne. I think maybe it's going to be like TJ Hawkinson and Jordan Addison are going to be the main target getters, and everyone else is going to kind of just get theirs when they can. But that's the way I kind
yeah.
of see it breaking it down.
You know what I was thinking about today? Like, I was totally been and I was glad I was talking to you because
Yeah.
I was tired last night and didn't hit the waiver wire. I hit the waiver wire today and got to pick up a couple people, and I found myself feeling like I was just thrift store shopping, which I mean is like donating trash and gaining trash and donating trash and gaining trash. So like I don't know, like, okay, for example, I picked up what's his name for Miami, the running back that
Oh,
for
there's a couple. Salvin Ahmed, he's one. Jeff Wilson, he's
yeah.
coming off of IR. So
Okay, so some like that's someone you probably should pick up and maybe stash and hold on
yeah,
to.
I would say that in terms of definitely Jeff Wilson. So basically, last year he kind of served as the RB2. I think when healthy, with Achan like being going to be on IR, I think Jeff Wilson's going to once he's good to go, he should be the RB2. He's just came off of IR, so they just designated him. So they have 21. So he's also practicing this week. So he's also practicing. So he might be able to play in Sunday's game. They're going to evaluate him, see how he looks. But I think if he's active, I think he's going to be the RB2, at least going forward until Achan's back. Salman Ahmed isn't
Mhm.
someone you can ignore either. He's somebody that's been with the team for a while. He might get touches, but these, especially Salman Ahmed, these are guys that are probably still on your waivers. There's no one picked them up yet. But yeah, Jeff Wilson, Salman Ahmed, I'll definitely try to stash those guys.
And another running back that's on my team. I think everybody's running backs are getting hit is James Conner, and I'm kind of like James Conner was one of those people that I was nervous about taking because it's like he's like a Joe Mixon to me. Like I don't know where every year that I seem to have him, he gets injured or. But here we are again. He did good at the beginning, and he's injured now. And I picked up the other guy with the really cool name today.
I know his first name is Amari. I don't want to butcher
Yeah,
his last name. I know it starts
yeah.
with a D, so I'm not going to pretend like I know how to pronounce it. So there's Amari, who's on the team, who was very active last week, but there's also Keontae Ingram. So Keontae Ingram, he was serving as the direct backup to James Conner, but he's been dealing with, I think, a neck injury, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check that. But I know he's been dealing with an injury. He should hopefully be practicing this week. So if he's active, I think he's going to actually be the RB1 if he's healthy, but I don't know how healthy he is. So I think it's going to be a split between him and Amari. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. It sucks when you have to like scramble to make, but there's still a lot of time left, I think. A lot of
There
things
is.
can
And I
happen.
think, I mean, here's the thing about fantasy football, like there's injuries that are going to happen. And I think one of the not fun things, but I think part of being a fantasy football player is you have to pivot, right? Like, and I always love the Mike Tyson quote, everyone has a plan to get punched in the mouth. Well, this is us getting punched in the mouth, right? You have players go
Right.
down. You can't just be complacent. You have to pivot. You have to do trades. You have to do all these things. So I would say that, look, don't give up. Continue to fight. Again, it's still early. We're only entering week 6. There's a lot
Yeah.
of time left to make the playoffs, stack up some wins. And again, you never know what's going to happen to your opponent's team. So don't give up and keep on fighting to get those wins.
Absolutely. Some people that might give up or should probably give up are Steelers fans and other fans in the AFC North. Let's go ahead and talk about the Browns first of all. Well, we got a lot going on.
Yeah, a
Deshaun
lot going
Watson.
on. I mean,
Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
what I don't understand about Deshaun Watson is his shoulder, right? So he's medically cleared, but he's still day to day. So I don't know what's going on with him. I'm curious. I'm gonna ask you a question now. What's going on with Deshaun Watson from
Sure.
your perspective? I don't know if he's gonna play. Does he just not feel comfortable? Like, I just don't understand why he's not playing either. But clearly, he doesn't feel right.
Well, what a lot of people feel like there's other things going on behind the scenes, which is I hate to hope you don't wish there's not that locker room kind of drama and things that are going on. And but with Kevin Stefanski even saying in the press conference that he was clear to play and that he chose not to, I don't know. That's a little unusual. Like most of the time especially for someone like Kevin Stefanski, he doesn't like to start drama and like put that out there. So why did he put that out there? I don't know. I just don't say what the motivation would be for Deshaun Watson to not want to play,
Exactly.
but
You already got all your money. You're already
yeah,
guaranteed your money. So I don't understand motivation to not play either. Like you said, there's some drama that's happening, or he really just doesn't feel right. Because sometimes, look, athletes do know their body. So if we're thinking one way, like, hey, maybe he's generally hurt, he doesn't feel right, and maybe he feels that, hey, I don't want to go out there and perform and injure myself more and not be able to
mhm,
perform and play. So maybe he's just protecting himself. Maybe it's some other drama. It's too early to tell until like we get more information. And I don't know. I mean, hopefully he plays this week. It doesn't seem like it. I think he was supposed to talk to the press today, and he chose not
yeah.
to talk to the press. So I'm very curious what's going on with that.
We play the 49ers too, so
Ooh, yeesh.
yeah,
Y'all defense is amazing. So I think your defense can keep you in the game, even though the 49ers are incredible. But
yeah.
offensively, Are you guys gonna play? I think so you guys, who are you guys gonna play exactly? Like, because I know DTR, I think DTR, you're not gonna be able to play.
Yeah, I don't even know this guy who the if we don't play him, as far as the quarterback's concerned. But you mean running back? We have Jerome Ford, who did looked really good
I like
considering we
Jerome
picked
Ford looks good.
Kareem
I'm a huge
Hunt.
fan of Jerome Ford.
Yeah, it looks like Kareem. He still got more of the work with Kareem Hunt. I don't know. It's just it sucks.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like I don't know what's gonna happen. I just feel like your offense overall, it doesn't look as good as I think it should. I think your defense keeps you in games. You guys are gonna still win games. You're still fighting with the Steelers for the division. Your division is also
Yeah,
tough. So I think like right now, the fact that you have your starting QB not playing games when you have the ability to, I feel like it's anyone's race. It's the Ravens, you, Steelers. The Bengals are coming back now. They looked really good last week. So it's like now's not the time for any drama. Now's not the time for your starting QB to be hurt. Like if he could play, he should be playing. But if not, then
you're like the Bengals. I don't know. They have to do a little bit better for me to believe in them. But I'm a hater on anybody else on the AFC North. I'm biased. I'll know, but come on, the Ravens. I think people were all too high on the Ravens, and especially their wide receiving core. And everybody, look at them. They're like the worst drop seeds, man. What did they have? I think they said
they
7
dropped
drops.
so many balls and I don't understand. Like they were great passes. I don't know what happened. Like you're a professional athlete. The ball hits you in the hands or anywhere in your vicinity. You should be able to catch the ball. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny, and I can actually prove this because I can go back in Twitter or X and go back. Is that Des Bryant when at the beginning before the season was so high on the Ravens wide receivers, and I called him out on it in a tweet, but he responded in a fun way. He's awesome. We know he's awesome, but so I still love that, like because I think they still look like crap.
And also, Des is also, he was on the Ravens for a little bit, so he gonna have a little bit of bias. He also owes me a bet when the Dolphins and Cowboys play, so I'm gonna have to get at him later because we had a bet going because hopefully my Dolphins win. Hopefully we healthy by the time we play the Cowboys. But I still gotta
Yeah,
talk to him again about that.
yeah. Where do you guys play at? Do you guys play at home that game or in
That's a good
you said that?
question. I could let
Yeah,
me double check it. I think we're home, but let me double check that
yeah.
one.
Let's talk about a little bit about the Steelers' pitiful offense.
Oh,
I mean,
let's talk about him.
I mean they had what George Pickens did look good. I mean, he had the only play I think in the game. I don't know if they like. I think they both looked horrible. Just
I think the Steelers overall, I think their offense is disappointing. I know Steelers fans aren't happy with the offensive coordinator Matt Canada. They keep talking
yeah,
about firing him, and that's the hottest news. I think Najee, the starting running back, he's been very disappointing. I feel like he's supposed to be that grinder. He just doesn't look explosive. I don't know what's going on with that. But Jalen Warren, the backup running back, looks good. I think George Pickens, he's the only saving grace. I think they do get Deontay Johnson back, I think, coming up after the bye. So that's going to help their offense a little bit too. But yeah, they have a lot of work to do, but it's crazy. I think their defense also is one of the reasons why they're still relevant. And I think they're at the top of the division, if I'm not mistaken.
they are.
I think so. I
Okay,
know if they're not at the top of it, they're towards the top. But I think
whatever.
the
I
Browns have
refuse
the
to believe
Browns
that.
have an uphill battle to fight because again,
Yeah,
like your division's tough, just like my division. With the AFC East with my Dolphins, like we have tough divisions. I have no idea who's gonna win it. If I'm gonna ask you, who do
yeah.
you think is gonna win your division? If you had to bet.
Just you mean like the whole AFC, like AFC
Oh no,
North,
no,
or
like your division specifically, AFC North.
I mean, if I had to bet, I mean, I'm hoping that's going to be the Browns.
They're hoping. No. Now homerism. It's like if you were to bet
Well,
money, like
yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, do you really feel like there has really been a lot of proof from the Ravens and Steelers and the Bengals that you can really argue with me on that? Even being a biased Browns fan, I mean,
I just
look,
feel like you guys, your defense is phenomenal. So I feel like your defense, I feel like you have the best defense. I feel like Steelers are close, but in my opinion, you guys definitely have the best defense in your division. I think offensively, you guys could be good. If I had to bet, I still would bet on the Ravens. I think the Ravens might be the best team, but I think it
There's
depends with
only Lamar
Deshaun.
Jackson. Who else is there besides Lamar
I,
Jackson?
I
I
know,
mean, seriously,
but I
he
feel like
has to play by
you still
himself.
have Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers is coming on. I think what I'm disappointed. I mean, what are your thoughts about your guys' offense, right? So Deshaun Watson, I feel like he's looked okay, but he hasn't looked worth his money. That 200 whatever 30 million guaranteed, like to me he
Yeah.
has not looked like that. What do Brown fans, what are they thinking about Deshaun Watson? Like, are you guys satisfied? Do you want to see more? Like, what are your thoughts in terms of his performance?
Well, and the last time he looked good. You know what I mean? But you have to also like I still try to remember that we still have seen a small sampling size of his work, you know.
Yeah.
Uh and so it's really hard to tell because it's been high highs and low lows. And now he's hurt and I think it's hard to accept anything else. I mean, we have no choice here. Like we put it all into him at this point. So for me to say like he is not going to work out, then that would have to
Yeah, I
mean
feel like it's definitely too early to say he's not going to work out and he's going to get improved. I just feel like you guys are set up to win. I mean, yeah, you lost Nick Chubb, but like your Jerome Ford still looks pretty good, and I feel like with you guys have a again basically you have a Super Bowl defense. I feel like your defense is the top 3 in the league. You guys are one of the best defenses in the league. So I feel like with that defense, if your offense just does the bare minimum its job, you guys are gonna win games. So I feel like now is like your time to strike. So that's my take on it. Not being a
yeah.
Browns fan.
And from like the Browns fans, a lot of them are mad at Kevin Stefanski and his play calling, and you know why doesn't he run the ball more? And that's there's a lot. You know, I'm trying to look for my next graphic, ladies and gentlemen. When my mouse like catches up to my thing. Wait, hold on. This is for nothing, but just for fun. Just watch, listen, you guys, because there's sound here.
I like that graphic a lot. That was cool. I like that one.
Bringing you guys the Miami vibes. Well, I, I just keep wanting to say Troy Smith because I just seen that, but it's you guys. It's Troy King. His real name is actually Troy King. It's not Troy Smith. But Troy King. It's the time of the show where I like to play a little game based on something around you. And one thing we know is you're a huge Dolphins fan, and the Miami Dolphins are fast. So hold on, wait for Jeff. Jeff number 3 at graphic.
Ooh, I like it.
Which is faster? All right, I've gathered some questions. Some are about which is faster. Some haven't really. Have nothing to do with that, but it's still going with that same graphic.
Okay.
So it's a little easy to start off with. Well, that's actually not that easy. I had no idea what this is, but what is this? Is just a guess. The fastest animal in water: cheetah learning to swim, a bottlenose dolphin, a sailfish, or a blue whale.
A dolphin?
No, a
A
sailfish.
sailfish. I
Do you
was gonna
wonder
next
why
guess.
it's dolphin? No, I'm just
I was my maybe was my homer pick. I don't know. That's a
okay.
good question though. That was tough.
That was tough. Wait, there's more. I just because you said dolphin. How fast can a dolphin swim at top speed? I looked obviously this is just gonna be totally guess. I didn't have I guess I can give you a multiple. Oh, just go ahead and just give me a
Man,
guess
I
out
have
of
no idea. Ugh, this is gonna be a
just give
tough
me a
one.
guess out
How
the
fast?
gates.
I'll
Less than
do
50. It's less than 50 miles an hour. I'll
less
tell
than
you that.
50. Okay, then I'm
Okay.
gonna do 35 miles per hour.
Ooh, 37.
Okay.
37.
I think that was
That was
good. The
so
fact that
close.
you gave me that bar, because I was gonna say
That was
way too high, my original guess.
yes.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah. This I even have a wait, you guys, I have a banner for this one. This one,
Ooh,
okay.
let's check it out.
So this is, but this one I'm going to just ask you. I looked up what are the 10 fastest sports.
Okay.
So just give me some ideas on what you think, and I'll let you know if any of those were in the top 10
Okay. Fastest sports.
fastest sports.
Uh fastest sports like track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Soccer,
No, that might have been on the honorable mention.
basketball,
Nope.
football.
Football American or no? Because you already said soccer, so no.
Okay, I'm running out of sports
We're
here.
getting warm. We're getting warm. We're getting warm.
Okay, rugby.
That is football, isn't that?
Rugby's not football. Rugby's like a different kind of sport.
Here, how do you like
No,
that?
this
Yes,
is what it is. Oh, like that kind of fast. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about
drag
cars.
racing.
I dive in Formula One. Okay,
Yes,
badminton. Wait, badminton is fast. Oh, I guess it's kind of fast. These are all
badminton.
different kind of speeds.
Badminton is one of the world's fastest sports requiring perfected accuracy. The ball can move up to 200 miles per hour with only a few meters in between.
What is base jumping? I don't even know what base
Base
jumping
jumping,
is.
hold on. Base jumping is similar to skydiving, but involves jumping off high altitude bases like a mountain. The speed can reach
Wow.
225 kilometers per hour, which is 140 miles per hour.
That
What
that's
else do you
definitely
want? Any other
interesting.
questions? Since I have the whole article up right here.
I think what is
Yeah.
Pelda? That'll be
I
my
have no
last
idea
question.
what that is either. Yeah, here we go. Pull it up. This 300-year-old basque sport has the fastest serve. So it looks like it's like a badminton kind of game.
Oh,
Recorded
okay,
at
okay.
302 kilometers.
Yeah, I
Pretty
feel like
interesting.
when I was thinking about speed, my mind was going all over the place. I didn't even think about racing, but that definitely was a tricky one. Like my mind wasn't going there. So
That was a fun one. That's a fun fact. I have
I love fun facts. So I learned something new today.
fun fact. I love fun facts too. I have another one for you.
Let's
As soon
do
as
it.
I bring up my do you use a mouse or like I don't use a mouse. I wonder if I should probably start using a mouse.
For these kind of pods, I'm not using a mouse currently, but like for
Mhm.
my day job, yeah, I use a mouse all the time.
Hold on. I have
Ooh,
something.
that's lit.
I think that's probably my favorite graphic so far.
Yes.
That was my favorite one.
The fun fact. All right. I have another question, kind of just like that one, since I have another banner up for that. And
Sure.
I looked up the top 10 fastest pass catchers in the NFL of all time.
Of all time. Okay, so I know
Yes.
Tyreek Hill's on the list.
Yes.
Torrey Holt,
I don't think so.
Isaiah Bruce, I think his name.
That
He's on the list?
neat. Here. I'll just get it up here.
Trying to say who else
Isaiah
is
Bruce. Keep thinking. Because I know there's
Percy
Isaiah.
Harvin?
Here we go. Sorry, it took a while.
I
Bob
know,
Hayes,
that's
Bob Jackson, Chris Johnson, G. Archer.
oh
I mean, I
man.
wouldn't. These are like
John Ross. Yeah, I
Deion
should've seen that.
Sanders was there, number 10. I thought that was
Oh
pretty.
man. Chris Johnson
John
would have been a
Ross.
good one.
Yeah.
Some of these I've never even heard of.
Mhm.
Maybe I should, as maybe they're like maybe they're older guys, but some of these I haven't heard of. Some of them are obvious, like Bob Hayes, Bo Jackson. But again, I'm learning something new, so I appreciate you, Yvette. You teaching me
Fun
some things.
fact. Oh, do I have to put on the graph again or the fun
Yeah,
fact?
go ahead. Yeah, put it on.
Yeah,
That's a
let's
fun
do
graphic. You
it.
can put the graphic on
Damn.
again.
Okay, might as well.
It's a fun one.
Ooh, that's lit.
I like it. I like it.
That's all right. Let's keep going. Okay, this is a kind of a little bit of a bougie sports question. I have to add
Okay.
that. Who do you think had the fastest marriages of celebrity marriages?
Oh, Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez, I'm sure she's had like several of them, but she's not in the top. She was in the top 3.
Fastest. So I know Kim Kardashian was like married to one dude really short time. Is she on the list?
Chris Humphries, 72 days.
There we go. Hey, did I
Yeah.
win? Is that the fastest one?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the fastest, but that's pretty good. I mean, Britney Spears and Jason Alexander. Remember when Britney Spears got married for 55 hours to Las Vegas?
Yeah. See, I know a little bit about pop culture, but I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, Britney Spears, yo, her Instagrams are crazy right now. Her dancing.
I know. I don't know. Let's hope pray for her.
Yep.
Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman, 9 days.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
that was a whole infamous thing where he got married to her. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Can you imagine the social media around that if that would happen now?
It's
Like that.
crazy to think
Yeah.
about those times and how we would view these athletes if they had social media. They probably got away with so many things because there was no
So
social media.
so much. So much. This is just another fun fact that when I was looking up at the fastest thing, the fastest roller coaster in the world can accelerate. You ready for this? 149 miles per hour. Crazy.
I don't think I want to go on that roller coaster.
Would you? No.
I mean, I'm in Orlando, so there's the theme parks. There's obviously
Yes.
Disney and Universal, and I don't do roller coasters as much now, just because I'm a grown man. But back when I was younger, I did it. But I was like, man, I just can't. I can't do roller coasters like I used to. I could do a couple, and then I'm gonna tap out.
Yeah. We have Cedar Point. That's something that I don't know. For during the Fantasy Football Expo, I was actually thinking about. Well, I don't know if you would like that, since you don't like amusement parks, but it's like one of the best amusement parks in the world. It's not
I
clear. I
can, I
mean,
can, I can do like maybe like 2-3 rides, and then after 2-3 rides, like I'm good. Like I don't need to be doing rides all day. That's the way I'm built now.
not this. I don't do the spinning rides. I don't like the spinning
Oh,
rides.
spinning rides? No. No, 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 no. I don't do the spinning rides. I don't like this just like the straight up and down ones either.
Yeah,
I like the actual like roller coasters, like Universal has like a Hulk one. Like I like that kind of stuff.
yeah. I lived in Orlando for a little bit.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yes,
know that. So
yes,
that's a fun fact.
yes. That's a fun fact. Yeah, I did the Disney College program. Have you ever heard of the Disney College program?
Oh, I
It's
know all
exact.
about the
Yeah,
Disney College program. I didn't know that you did that. That's a very fun fact. When did you do the program?
Vista Way, 2006.
2006. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember that. That's a
Vista
good.
Way, we take it to the house, take it to the house. I was in Vista Way, so there was Vista Way in Chatham.
Oh, look, I know the
Yeah.
area. I'm very
Yes.
familiar with the area.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then I ended up staying there longer than I. Of course, I went there for a little bit, and then I enjoyed it because I didn't have that going away to college experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I felt like that's what it was, because you lived in the dorms there, and
Oh yeah, no,
you
I
know what
know
I mean.
it's a whole culture there. It's a whole thing.
Oh, it was fun. So I still have friends from down there, and you go to Disney for free all the time. Once you go to Disney for free all the time, you can't pay for. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
no,
always
I'm the same way. I got some friends who give me the hookup. I'm not gonna pay to get into Disney anymore, but my
yeah.
friends who got the hookup, I'll go with them. But yeah, I mean, I've been to Disney so many times, but nah, I agree. Once you
Yeah.
go, but I mean, there's more to do than just Disney in Orlando. I think that's what people don't get. Like, there's a whole downtown, there's an iDrive, there's a lot of things to do. So if y'all going to Orlando anytime soon, hit me up and I can tell you about the good
Oh,
spots.
yes. Yes, for sure. I hope to go soon. Definitely. Well, I think that's all I have right now. I
Well,
mean, I had
look,
a couple more questions, but
of course, but listen, I've had a great time. I appreciate you having me on. This was very fun. So I really, appreciated it and to rock. And I learned a lot of different fun facts. So thank you for that.
yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, you got to bring him to the camera.
Didn't you know?
The Miami Vice
Yes.
vibes. I love it.
Miami Vice vibes all the way. When you were gonna come on the show, I tweeted like, "What is the first thing that you think about when you think about of Miami or Florida?" And Miami Vice was what
Miami Vice is
everybody
what a
said.
lot of
Like,
people think. They think of South Beach, Miami Vice vibes. That's what people think about for Miami for sure.
yeah. Who does do you guys play? Are you guys on a bye next week, or who does Miami
No,
play?
our bye is not until week 10. So this week we play Carolina Panthers. Next week is huge. So we play the Eagles next week. So we go to Philly to play.
Oh,
That's gonna be the game to watch. I'm a little bit nervous about that one. We'll be 5-1 going. Hopefully we're 5-1 going in.
yeah,
But if the Dolphins could beat the Eagles, then I think they're a real Super Bowl contender. Right now, I think they're really good. I don't know about Super Bowl, but that game's gonna tell me a lot about the team.
yeah. The Dolphins are in the AFC, aren't they?
They're in the AFC.
I mean, I could see maybe the Dolphins playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a possibility for sure. I know. I
The
think right
49ers, though.
now,
We have the 49ers.
I mean, I think it's gonna be. I think the Niners. It's between the Niners and the Eagles. I think those are the best teams out west. I mean, in the NFC, and I think for right now, you got. I think you can't discount the Bills or the Chiefs, but I still think that I mean, the top. I think the top teams are obvious, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. I couldn't tell you who's going to the Super Bowl this year. I feel like there's a lot of football left, and there's so many things to figure out.
Yeah, and it's always about like those last couple games in the playoffs,
Yeah.
just hitting at the right spot. Like, I never thought the Bengals would make it to the Super Bowl. I'm still
I
swallowing
never
that.
thought in my lifetime I would see that, but look, who knows? If they win out, they can make a playoff run. So y'all better do your thing and stop them.
Oh yeah, well, we own them.
You guys
We
do
own
play
them.
them. You guys do play them really
Yes.
well, but I guess you got to hope they lose to other people then.
Yeah, but I must say the Steelers do own us.
This is true.
Yeah, that's right. But all right. Well, thank you so much. Everyone follow Troy.
Yeah, y'all can follow me at T King Mode on basically all social media platforms. Twitter's my home base, but you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, all those places at T King Mode. You can find my work at Rotoballer. I just had a video post today for must buys, must sell trade targets. So go check that out at Rollerballer Fantasy Sports YouTube page. And yeah, appreciate you again. Appreciate you for having me.
And the
It's been a lot of
spaces,
fun.
and don't forget to check out the spaces too.
Oh yeah, and the
on
spaces. Thank you.
Tuesdays.
I almost forgot about
Yeah.
that. Make sure you check out
Yeah.
the spaces Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about waiver wire, the football, pregame kickoff. So yeah, make sure you check it out. Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me about that.
No problem. It's not too late, you guys, to win. Seriously. So check out. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good
See
one.
y'all.
Bye. Bye.